For this recipe, you will need 195 grams of cold unsalted butter, and you will also need to cube it. So what I'm gonna do, as you can see here, I already cubed it ahead of time, and then I'm just gonna put it in the refrigerator so it will stay cold. And while it's chilling, I'll be able to work on getting my other ingredients together. Okay, so to a food processor, you're gonna add in 3 cups of all-purpose flour. So next, what you want to do is get your dry ingredients together. You are going to need 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, 10 grams of sugar, 8 grams of kosher salt, and 10 grams of baking powder. Okay, next you're going to add your dry ingredients in with your flour and the food processor, and then you're just going to pulse everything so it all gets incorporated. So can do either, if you have this type of food processor, you can do either pulse or puree. Alright, you just need to do it a couple of times. Next, you're going to add in your butter and make sure you're adding it straight from the refrigerator so that it's nice and cold. Okay, so next you're going to just blend everything until the butter is about pea-sized and it's evenly dispersed throughout the flour. So this is how it should look like. So you can see it's still looks like there's butter in there, but the pieces are a lot smaller. Okay, so next you want to add in 250 grams of cold buttermilk. This is the buttermilk that I made a few weeks ago from the butter episode. So what you're going to do is pour and stir everything at the same time. And then, so you're just going to keep stirring it until it comes together, and then you're going to start kneading it with your hands. Okay, next what you're going to do is put your dough on a work surface and shape it into a 1-inch square. What you can do, you can have one of these, a bench scraper, or you can do it by hand. It's up to you. Okay, next you're going to do a lamination, and what we're going to do is cut the dough into 4 even as possible quadrants. Okay, and then you're just going to stack them. And kind of push them down a little. And then, okay, so the next what you're going to do is sprinkle some flour on top and get a rolling pin. The kind I'm using is a marble one. This is really good for any buttery type doughs like pastry dough, or in this case biscuit dough. So put some on top of the dough. Make sure you get some on the rolling pin, and then you're just going to roll it out to a 1-inch rectangle. Okay, so once you have close enough to the shape you want, you can round out the edges a little and cut off a bit on the ends. That way it's a little more even. Okay, so next what you want to do is cut out your pieces. I'm gonna go for probably 8. I think I can get 8 even ones from this dough. Yeah. So I'm gonna score everything first. That way I should just be able to cut more evenly. Okay, so you're going to take the biscuits out of the freezer and you're going to brush them with some melted butter. Okay, then you're going to take some Maldon flaky salt and put them on top of each biscuit. Just a little sprinkle. So really importantly, before you put these in the oven, make sure you drop the temperature down to 400. So next you're going to put these in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes or until the tops are golden brown and the bottoms are dark golden brown. Alright, it's been 20 minutes. Oof. Get that. For these biscuits, I would recommend making a very high quality honey butter. Alright, so to make the honey butter, you're going to add in half a cup of honey. Alright, so once the honey gets hot enough, you're going to take it off the heat. And then you're going to add in 6 sage leaves. You're going to add in 3 tablespoons of butter, preferably salted. And you're just going to mix it all up. So cut one of your biscuits in half and just add in all that butter. With these biscuits, you can also make one of the best chicken and biscuit sandwich ever. So cut up your biscuit, put a piece of fried chicken on top, a whole bunch of honey butter sauce, and there you go. Best chicken and biscuit sandwich ever.